In this video, we will be demonstrating the Bruce Treadmill test for Part C of the exercise prescription project. We will start by taking Katie's baseline vitals to make sure we should perform the test on her. The reported resting blood pressure was 117/72. They will now begin to take Katie's resting heart rate. Kaylee will be palpating Katie's radial artery on her wrist for 15 seconds, and then we will multiply that number by 4 to get the resting heart rate. We will use the resting heart rate to calculate her target heart rate using the 70% heart rate reserve calculation. This will determine when we should stop the test. With Katie's baseline vitals, we determined that it was safe to continue with the test. She will now begin a 3-minute warm-up. We will do the warm-up with the same parameters as stage 1, which will be 1.7 miles per hour with a 10% incline. We will skip through the 3-minute warm-up stage and the following 2 to 3 minute rest period before starting stage 1. Alright, we will continue with stage 1 here. Randy is setting the parameters now, which, as I said earlier, is 1.7 miles per hour with a 10% incline. After Katie has been walking in stage 1 for at least 30 seconds, Randy will begin to take her blood pressure reading. Please note that we do have a gait belt on our patient throughout the test, and we will have someone behind her guarding her throughout the test. After Randy finishes the blood pressure, she will ask about her rate of perceived exertion and if she is experiencing any signs or symptoms. Within the last 15 seconds of the test, Randy will begin to take her heart rate. With this number, we will determine if she is close to the target heart rate or not, and that will tell us if we should continue the test or terminate it after stage 1. You do notice that we will have 2 people taking Katie's heart rate. This is just for accuracy. After taking Katie's heart rate, they determined that the test should be continued, and Kaylee will advance the speed of the treadmill to stage 2 parameters, which is 2.5 miles per hour with a 12% incline. As you can see, we will switch therapist per se during the second stage of the test. Allison will be taking Katie's blood pressure and heart rate just the same as Randy. Just as Randy did after taking the blood pressure, Allison will ask Katie if she is experiencing any signs or symptoms and what her rate of perceived exertion is. Within the last 15 seconds of Katie being in stage 2, Allison and Randy will take her heart rate again and determine if they should continue on to stage 3 or terminate the test. The girls reported a heart rate of 40, so 4 times 40 is 160. If you remember from the beginning of the video, Katie's target heart rate was 158. So she is 2 over the target heart rate, so they will terminate the test and begin to decline the treadmill back to 0% and slow it down to 1.7 and let Katie cool down before getting off the treadmill. In a real patient scenario in the clinic, we would allow Katie to cool down for a few more minutes. In this video, we will allow Katie to just go sit down. And in a real life scenario, we would measure her vitals until they reach baseline again for 5 to 6 minutes.